right, so some of you might be saying, hey, wait a second, you've done a video on that car before. And yes, I certainly have, but I wanted to bring this car up as kind of a prelude to a subject that I'm really digging in the automotive world right now, which is basically safari slash rally slash off-roading everything. So, I think a lot of this did start back in the day with the original Monte Carlo race when they had the Mini Coopers out there. And they just ran them all over the place and, slid them around corners, ran them through dirt and everything. And, this is that really nice model I got in Hong Kong a while back, or Macau actually a while back that, I swapped the wheels on. Really cool one. It has an opening hood. Some of you pointed out that, yeah, the spares on the top don't match the ones on the side. Yes, you're absolutely right. But I just thought this looked really cool with the wheel swap, and I'm going to keep it like this because I think it looks great. But let's go ahead and take a look at some, this is all about those cars that you wouldn't ordinarily think of as off-road or rally, but Matchbox and Hot Wheels have decided to go ahead and create kind of fantasy versions and some that are actual after real race cars and rally cars. So let's start with a Datsun 510 Rally. So 1970 Datsun 510 rally car. This one, it's got all the equipment on the roof, lifted, tires, all that stuff. I looked online. I didn't see this actual livery for a Datsun rally car, but I know lots of 510s were running rallies because they're such a cool little car with great handling. And this is a very, very interesting little model. Doesn't have really, great tampos, but it has cool graphics and cool details. And yeah, I really dig this. So, staying in kind of the Japanese vein there, this one's pretty wacky actually. So this one came out fairly recently, but it's a Honda N600 off-road from Matchbox. And it's got kind of this weird sort of jacked up in the back stance and off-road lights on the roof. It came on a short card. I think I got this at the dollar store. Good details, cool graphics. I did not see a car just like this anywhere online, but people did all kinds of crazy stuff with Honda N600s because they're kind of like the Japanese Mini Cooper, and they're just ridiculous little cars with a tiny engine. So why not get crazy with them? So I really like what they did here with this one. Next, we're going to go to Germany, and we're going to kind of stay there. So let's start with this pretty recent acquisition. Picked this up at Walmart. This is a Volkswagen Golf Country, they call it. Kind of rallied out. It's got a extra tire on the back. This one is more, it's the off-road rally series. I don't think they actually would ever put a car together that looked like this from a rally standpoint. This is more of like an off-road kind of Paris-Dakar sort of Paris-Dakar rally. So I don't know. I'm kind of contradicting myself there, aren't I? But anyway, yeah, this car, I didn't see an exact one like it online when I looked for the real thing, but it's definitely a very cool model. And it's also 80s, which is a bonus. So I had to add it to my collection. Pretty cool. All right, next we go to a vehicle that actually is a fairly famous rally vehicle. So the Porsche 911 with the sort of, this is basically Martini livery. They didn't do it exact, and they didn't write Martini because I'm sure they didn't want to get the rights to use that sponsorship. But if you look online, you'll see Porsche 911s, and on Bring a Trailer and Cars and Bids and stuff, there are definitely a lot of Porsche 911s with rally style. So they call it safari version, nowadays, and it's gotten really popular. Matt Farah of the Smoking Tire even had a rally Porsche 911 in Cassis Red that he put together, bought it from a guy in Santa Cruz. This is where, I used to live around there, and which is kind of cool. But anyway, I digress. I really actually like this model. Martini livery is one of my favorite, and this kind of is reminiscent of that. I love Porsche 911s, and definitely this is reminiscent of some cars that really were out there. All right, so next we go to a Porsche 914. Now, they're definitely, if you look online, you'll see Porsche 914 rally cars. This one has a roof rack, and they don't put roof racks on rally cars. So they kind of took a little license with this one and created this. This really is just kind of like a safari build for that cool factor of making it look safari and off-road. And, as Matt Farah said, lifted sports cars are actually a really good choice for urban areas where they have crappy roads, where you still want a cool, fun car, but you got to go over big potholes and crappy pavement and everything. So when I see these kind of cars, I really think, oh wow, that'd be fun. So this to me looks like a really fun car. In real life, I would love to have this. I've driven a Porsche 914 before. They're totally like that little, you know, they call cars go-karts. This car really handles like a go-kart, probably at least as much as a Miata does. So if you ever get a chance to drive a 914, a regular one, not lifted, please do. They're super fun. All right, next is something that you would never see as a real off-road vehicle, which is a Porsche 928. Of course, nowadays, I looked online and some guys have done builds of Porsche 928s just to be kind of cheeky and fun and take them off-road and have that kind of crazy wow factor. So this is the first one that I found from Hot Wheels. This is really cool. I really like the rendering as well, and they did a pretty good job getting the KC on the headlights on the front. Oh, Hella on the headlights on front, and some cool graphics on the side. I like the black wheels, looks kind of mean and off-roady, very cool. And then the last one I'm going to show you is a version of this that just came out on the Hot Wheel Mattel Creation site that I had to get because it's so cool. And that is this Elite Series Porsche 928 Safari version. You can see this is actually a little bit of a different casting. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, they just took an orange one and put rubber tires on it and stuff. But the castings actually are, if you look at them side by side, they're quite different. The regular sort of mainline one has, you know, more rally lights on the front that are positioned further up, and they put it into the casting. And the Elite version, you know, not only does it have rubber tires, it doesn't have a roof rack. It has a more detailed spare tire. It has these sort of like little vents or lights on the back here. And then they use the plastic part to create the rally lights, and they put them in kind of more of a, I don't know if that's a more realistic position, but I like it because you could see the Porsche logo right there on the front of the car on this version here. So I know it's kind of coming out blurry, isn't it? Sorry about that. But yeah, so this I think is my favorite rally version of a car that I've got. Second, probably, I don't know, the second place would probably be this one, and I really like this little Mini Cooper that I got a while back. Just the details are so great. I mean, they should be for being a $15 die-cast car, but I mean, honestly, when you think about it, that's not too bad for a model with this caliber of detail. So anyway, yeah, so thanks. I hope you enjoyed this sort of rundown of my vehicles I have that are rally versions. Tell me about, you know, show me some photos. If, I don't know, comments, you can't show photos. But anyway, tell me about what Safari versions of vehicles you have in Matchbox and Hot Wheels, because I want to find more. I actually really like this theme. I think they're very cool, and I want to get some more of them. So thanks again for watching, and I would appreciate a thumbs up and a subscription, and I'll see you on the next one.